Hello, good morning. It is Monday and it is time for the 7 minute video. Hope you have all had an amazing weekend. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. I've got to be honest, this is possibly one of my favourite questions I've ever had in my entire time of doing this. And I'm sure there's probably been different variants of it and all that sort of stuff, but I think it's just the way it's been phrased as well. So the question was actually, aside from my health, what else can I do to look after my health? And I think it's just one of those incredible things in terms of like we sometimes get so transfixed on thinking that exercise is a thing that we just need to be focused on. And I've just realised my timer's not going down. There we go. It should be going down now. And therefore we just kind of I've got given you an extra 30 seconds for free. Anyway, but yeah, we become so transfixed on just focusing on the thing that we think is going to benefit our health the most, which could be exercise, that sometimes we forget other things that could be just as powerful as helping our health. Because health is not just physical fitness, it's a holistic, all-round being of everything. So again, I'm not trying to make this too complicated because I've got to get this in well now in 6 minutes and 20 seconds. So I've come up with 5 things that I just kind of they were the first things that kind of came into my head as the answer to this question and seem probably the most correct. And obviously everyone will have their own version of what might work for them and their health. But let's just start off with, if you're starting to exercise regularly now and that's just kind of like a nice consistent thing, then that's awesome. The next thing you probably need to focus on is just daily movement. And that can be something outside of exercise. So obviously walking is the first thing that just obviously springs to mind for a lot of people and is absolutely and totally right up there. And I know people can make it a little bit competitive, monitor the steps that they do in a day. I think sort of like a guideline is around sort of 8 to 10,000 steps a day. If you're doing that, then you're in the healthy track, which is a fair shout. But by and large, if you're just going out for a couple of 20-minute or 30-minute walks a day, you're pretty much doing the quota. It's irrelevant of the steps sort of thing. And also you're being subjected to the fresh air, the sunshine, and all these kind of things, which obviously will boost up your vitamin D and help another element of your health and your well-being. So walking is the tip number 1 as the first thing you could do aside from exercise. The second thing, I have to move in to nutrition. And where I'm just basically going to go with this is think about food being as nutritionally dense, nutrient rich as it could possibly be. Now, let's just give some context in terms of that, in terms of like, I have no idea what you mean by that, Simon. So, first and foremost, foods that are in their most natural state, i.e. they haven't been prepared and put into a plastic container to be ready to eat, is much more nutritionally complete. They won't have added preservatives or additives or chemicals to basically maintain it and keep it in a state of whereby, or salts even to keep it fresh for longer sort of thing. So foods as close to their natural state as possible. The next thing would kind of be the colours of the food. That's a really good diagram of how you can become nutrient rich. So if you're only ever eating yellow foods, bread, pasta, chips, what have you, you're missing out on key nutrients. However, if you've got purples, oranges, greens, yellows, reds as part of your plate that's you're eating, then you're really starting to hit a lot of the key elements that will serve you with potassium, magnesium, zinc, all the other bits and bobs that you need to do. Supplements are sometimes a great way of sort of like boosting them up, but by and large, if you're eating the right sort of diet, you'll hit all the needs that you need for your nutrition. Right, we've got 3 minutes to go, and we've got 3 things left to do. Next one, should be take too long. Water. Now, it just needs to be drunk regularly. I know sort of people. Again, this is another thing that people say: 2 liters a day, 5 liters a day, however many liters a day. It doesn't matter. Just drink consistently and regularly. And yes, a green tea is absolutely counted as water. So's coffee, so's tea and normal tea and stuff like that. But by and large, water is the best thing to go with. I pretty much, I mean, like I say, I'm really uncomplicated with regards to the fluids that I take within me. So coffee's one, green tea's another, water's the next, and then for my alcohol, it's literally either whiskey or beer. So those don't come into play too often. And those three predominantly are just basically the fluids that I drink all the time. I'm not really that interested in the Cokes and the Fantas and the Pops and stuff like that. They always taste a bit too sugary to me anyway, but again, they do classify as fluids if they're the things that you are drinking. But water is the way to go. I did make that last a minute. Second thing, sorry, not second thing. We're on the fourth thing now, but the second of the three that I was kind of going. Sleep. Sleep has to be a priority because I'm noticing this so much more as I get into my further years. Certainly as I get closer and closer into my late 40s now. It is critical in terms of if I'm doing good sleep patterns, i.e. getting to bed between 10 and 10:30, which is kind of like my aim for to get to bed, and then waking up consistently at 5:30, which is again my get up time. If those two bookends are just kind of happening, what happens in the day seems to be just so much more energized, thought filled, and it just feels to be a better day. If that 10 turns into 11 or 11:30, the struggle happens so much more. So mentally and physically, sleep has become abundantly more important to me than pretty much a lot of the other things that I'm kind of going on about now. And certainly as I'm doing more research in sleep, which is kind of my thing at the moment, I'm giving it big thumbs up. Then the fifth thing and the final thing to look after your health is your mental well-being. Now, your mental well-being is whatever it is that is for you to help you feel relaxed, calm, stress-free. And for some people, it's doing Pilates and yoga. For some people, it's sitting and doing a meditation. For some people, it's just having a process or thinking of being of gratitude or something like that. But I do subscribe to I write a journal in the morning, a journal in the evening. I do meditate. I do practice gratitude. I kind of do all of the things I've just kind of said because I understand how much they serve me. But if you do nothing, I would say find one thing that you kind of want to give a go. Give that a go. Right, time is up. I hope that has helped answer the question. 5 things there, aside from exercise, to look after your health. Super important. I really love that question. Thank you for it. Right, have a great day, and I will see you in the week training. And have a good one, guys. Bye.